Hello, everybody in Stage Centre Land and Australia at large. Gosh, we're having some challenges, aren't we, in the land of theatre and the performing arts. So we are doing what we can to have some connections outside of, the live theatre space with our beautiful artists, performers, creatives, who are busily still doing things and need to keep doing things, and we want you to hear about it. So today we have got lovely Alexandra Rigby. You might have noticed her featured earlier. We did a little profile on her because Ali has uploaded her details to the Stage Centre app. And we've also got lovely Holly Champion with us. So actor, performer, director, and creator of Streamed Shakespeare, which we'll be talking a little bit more about. So welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And yeah, you may notice a bit of a different background. I'm not in my theatre-y styled Stage Centre office. I'm out in the country in a very COVID-safe place, just having a little bit of a break. So at my brother and sister-in-law's home. So it's lovely to be here. And it's great that we can connect wherever we are, and that's the beauty of doing these Zoom interviews. So Ali and Holly, what have you got coming up that we want to tell people about? There's something happening on Sunday that we'd love people to tune into.
Well, it's a free staged reading, and it's all on Zoom, but it's sort of what we've been doing over the past 18 months with Streamed Shakespeare has been kind of Zoom on steroids. Zoom theatre on steroids, I should say. So this one is George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion, and Ali is going to be playing the lovely Eliza Doolittle.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about Eliza?
Oh, Eliza is, your classic English country girl, and she's got an independent mind. She wants to make the best of her life, as I think all of us do, and she falls into the path of one Professor Higgins, who is very articulate and says that he could turn her into a duchess within 6 months. So, of course, she then goes on in and tries to do it, and all things ensue, which you will see if you come to the staged reading on Sunday.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. It does sound very intriguing. How do people access this fabulous reading?
This one is free, and some of our shows have been paid ticketed ones, but this one, because it's just a staged reading and not a fully memorized production, it is fully free on YouTube. So if you check us out on our Facebook or our YouTube, streamshakespeare.com, you can access it via the website.
Yep.
You can have a look there, and it's going to be a 1920s silent film kind of theme. This one. But with a twist, with a postmodern twist.
Oh, well, I can't wait to have a look. So being able to access this beautiful work and create this work in isolation is really important. I think it's soul food for all of us, isn't it?
Yeah, I've had a few people say that to me, that Streamed Shakespeare got them through the pandemic last year, and we had a bit of a break after our last show, which was Henry IV Part 1 and Part 2, which is an enormous undertaking, which we did back in April, directed by Haki Pepper Kristen, and Ali was in that as well, and so was I.
Yeah.
And that was a Star Wars type theme set in space with lots of spaceships and CGI animation and everything.
Yes.
And this one is we had a bit of a break, and this one's a much lower key kind of production, just a stage reading, and we've got a fabulous cast, of course, because we can have our pick because everyone's in lockdown.
Yeah. That's true.
Doing very much.
Yeah, that's true. Now, Ali, you've done lots of things, haven't you? When we were looking at your bio, and we've spoken earlier around Bluebird Theatre. Do you want to talk a little bit about what you've been, up to the last sort of 12, 18 months in spite of all of these dramas?
Oh yeah, well, 18 months ago, longer now, I graduated from my acting school, Atlantic Acting School in New York City, and we formed Bluebird Theatre Company from that, which then we put up our very first production in March 2020, which of course then had to be shut the very next night, so we opened for one day, and then of course, as the pandemic ensued, all of us who were in New York ended up going back to our respective countries. So we're now located in Italy, in Portugal, in New Zealand, London. Everyone ended up everywhere. And I, at the time, was the marketing director, but I then became the artistic director a year ago, actually.
Right.
And we really used the time to work on developing some new works. Like, our literary director had some writing workshops.
Yep.
And so in the last year, we've done a lot of Zoom presentations too. We've done She Kills Monsters. We've done one acts that have been written by our own members, which has been fantastic. And we're really following along that path now and getting into new play development, which is very exciting. So we're going into online play workshops, which will then hopefully eventually end up in New York City premieres of the plays that we develop.
Wow. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. You know, and this will be the thing once theatres start to reopen and hopefully stay open, that we'll be seeing such a lot of beautiful work that has come out of this forced creative period at home. And interesting, isn't it, now that because of that, Bluebird Theatre has become multinational, which was probably not your plan at the time.
No, it wasn't, but it's actually been quite beautiful the way that we've been able to reach such large audiences all around the world.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. What else is, for people who aren't in the performing arts, what could you share with them about, so Holly and Ali, what could you share with them about what your experiences has been? What's it been like for you as creatives and performers, not being able to perform and certainly not being able to earn incomes for those of us who earn incomes from this?
Obviously, it's been very difficult. I've probably had it better than most because my primary income comes from piano and music teaching, which I have been able to continue during lockdown over Zoom.
Wonderful.
But yeah, getting paid acting work at the moment is quite a challenge.
Yeah, definitely. What about you, Ali?
I think it's very hard, performers are such empaths most of the time. Like, they really love connecting with people, and so much of theatre is not only the stories that we get to tell, but the communities that we create around it. And having that sort of cut off from you was very hard to deal with. Like, I don't think anyone has gotten through this pandemic unscathed in some way, in terms of like the emotional labor that you have to do just to make sure that you're all right and that you're surviving and getting through the day. And then on the flip side of that, some amazing communities have come out of that that you wouldn't normally connect with, like all the people in Streamed Shakespeare, which has been really, really lovely, because I love like the moment that you're on stage and you get that rush of adrenaline. Obviously you miss more than anything in the whole world, but the fact that we can still, luckily in this day and age, connect to people with all of our amazing technology, I do consider ourselves quite lucky.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've had a number of people tell me that Streamed Shakespeare got them through last year and mentally and emotionally, and certainly I've really enjoyed it, actually, because I've met hundreds of people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. It's been fantastic.
And that is beautiful to hear. I know I was reflecting, we were watching some of the closing ceremony of the Olympics last night, and when you look at how much the creative space and the performing arts and artists everywhere are called upon to make that ceremony so beautiful, everything from performers, musicians, vocalists, people that create the artwork, the photography, all of that. We rely on the arts for not just entertainment, but connection, for our social, psychological, emotional well-being. That's where we have turned to, like Streamed Shakespeare, but also to Netflix and all kinds of opportunities to enjoy the arts from home. So, to those of you out there who aren't involved in the performing arts but enjoy them and have been enjoying them, please find ways to support our artists and artist communities. So there are many ways that can happen. There are lots of benevolent societies, actors benevolent societies around Australia doing fantastic work, and we hope to be speaking with some of them soon just to promote a lot more what they are doing and how the general public can be supportive. How do you feel when you think about the general community supporting you through this period? How much does it mean to you?
I think it means an incredible amount. Having that emotional support and that sense of camaraderie, even if it's virtual. I've really depended on the union quite a lot as well. I think that they've done incredible work over the past 18 months in supporting performers and artists of all descriptions.
Yep, so a shout out to them. That's a really important point to make. What about you, Ali?
Yeah, I think it's incredibly important, and it's actually been really interesting in the interim few months that we had there, where we did get to do a few things like short and sweet, and I was in a show at KXT, and having people come to the theatre and just. It's funny how after 18 months away from like having that opportunity, it became such a new and fresh and like beautiful moment for them, whereas like these are people who don't really think to ever go to the theatre, except for the fact that, they're your friend and you're like, I'm in this thing. Yeah. The fact that they can find such joy in it and then sort of really realize the depth that artists bring to a community and a society is really great.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are all very dearly missed on stages everywhere and screens and all the places and all the work that is created. So we really hope that it won't be too long before all of our theatres and opportunities are reopened, and we thank those people in the community who are supporting and who are recognising that there are ways that everyone can help. We can all help just from the comfort of our own home. So this Sunday, I'll put the link in. Everybody can enjoy Pygmalion. They'll see Ali in that, and sounds like really intriguing. I'll be looking forward to it. I can't keep up with all these great opportunities at home now, so it's really lovely to be able to do it. And certainly keep an eye out for the work that Holly and Ali are doing. If you are an actor or a creative and you haven't uploaded your profiles to Stage Centre, it's free. Please do it, because we've got some really cool things coming up where that will be important to have done. And for those people who haven't yet downloaded the Stage Centre app, do that, because we are constantly popping on shows, looking for them everywhere. If you have shows, you can pop them up yourself. It's really quick and easy to do. It's all free. So we're not selling anything, folks. We just want to support your work and build this community of mutual support and showcasing. Before we finish up, beautiful ladies, is there anything else that you'd like to mention or say?
Oh, I just wanted to say, if you have seen Pygmalion or My Fair Lady before, this has got quite a twist to it, this one, so it is not what you might expect. Oh. We are doing the play, but we're doing some extra stuff in there as well. I've adapted the script and I'm directing it in a postmodern sort of funny kind of way.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's a very good teaser. Very good teaser.
Yes, we're looking forward to seeing everyone come.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, thank you for joining, Holly and Ali. Thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing all the great work that comes out of this next period, both with Bluebird Theatre and Streamed Shakespeare. What a great name too, by the way. Tune in. Have a look at the link below, pop in on Sunday, keep an eye out for other opportunities. And if you have work out there that you would like us to know about and to promote like today, please DM, put a comment in, just send us a message. We'd love to hear from you and we want to share your stories. So, yeah, thank you very much, Holly and Ali. Have a great day. And we'll look forward to seeing Sunday night. I can't wait now with that teaser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been great chatting to you.
You're welcome. Thanks so much, girls. Bye.
Bye-bye.